In a quiet town, far from the noise of big cities, lived a boy named Derek Wales. Derek wasn't like the other children in his neighborhood. He was born with albinism, a genetic condition that gave him pale skin, light hair, and sensitive eyes. Everywhere he went, he stood out. And sadly, in his small community, standing out wasn't always a good thing. At school, Derek often felt the sting of cruel words. His classmates would whisper behind his back, some giggling as he walked past. Others were bold enough to mock him to his face. "Look at him," one boy would say, laughing. "He looks like a ghost." Another would add, "Don't sit near him. You might catch something." Each word was like a stone thrown at his heart. And though Derek tried to ignore them, the weight of their ridicule was heavy. But Derek wasn't completely alone. His closest friend, Jane, always stood by his side. Jane wasn't just a friend, she was a shield. She was the one who dried his tears after another long day of cruel jokes. "Derek," she would say gently, "don't listen to them. You are special. One day, they'll see it. I promise." Her words comforted him, but deep down, Derek wondered if that day would ever come. Most afternoons, Derek would walk home from school quietly, his head lowered, his thoughts heavy. He often asked himself questions no boy his age should have to ask. Why me? Why did God make me this way? Will people always treat me like I don't belong? But life, as it often does, had a surprise waiting for him. One bright afternoon, Derek's routine walk home turned into a moment that would change his life forever. As he walked along the road, lost in thought, a sleek black car slowed down beside him. The door opened, and out stepped a man in a well-tailored suit. His eyes immediately locked on Derek, widening in excitement. "That's it!" the man shouted, pointing directly at him. "That's the face I've been searching for." The people on the street turned to look. Some were confused, others amused. Derek himself froze, unsure whether to run or stay. The man quickly introduced himself. He was a film producer working with a large production company. They were casting for a new movie, one that needed someone truly unique to play the lead role. After months of searching, he said, they hadn't found the right person. Until that moment. "Young man, what's your name?" the producer asked. Derek," he stammered. "Derek Wales." The producer smiled warmly. "Perfect. Derek, how would you like to audition for a role in our film? I believe you are exactly what we've been looking for." At first, Derek thought it was a cruel prank. Why would anyone want him, the boy who was always laughed at? But the producer's sincerity was undeniable. Soon, he met with Derek's parents, who listened in disbelief as the opportunity was explained. And just like that, Derek's life began to shift. The weeks that followed were unlike anything Derek had ever experienced. He attended rehearsals and script readings. For the first time, people didn't avoid him. They welcomed him. The film crew treated him with kindness and respect, valuing him for who he was and what he could bring to the story. During long hours of practice, Derek discovered something new about himself: confidence. He no longer felt the need to shrink into the background. He was learning to stand tall. Jane watched proudly as her best friend transformed before her eyes. "I told you," she whispered one day as they sat together after a rehearsal. "One day, the world would see what I see." And Jane was right. 3 months later, the project was complete. The movie was ready for release. And to promote it, the production company plastered Derek's face across the city. Billboards towered over busy intersections. Posters lined the walls of shops and bus stations. His image appeared on buses, magazines, even on TV ads. The same classmates who once mocked him now stared in disbelief. "Wait," one of them gasped. "That's Derek. Derek from our school?" Another exclaimed, "He's the lead actor? No way!" Suddenly, the same children who once avoided him now wanted to stand next to him. They smiled at him, clapped him on the back, and even asked for pictures. "Derek, you're amazing," they said. "We always knew you'd be something special." But Derek hadn't forgotten. He remembered every cruel word, every mocking laugh, every tear he had shed. And though he forgave, he also understood something important. Their opinion no longer defined him. The night of the premiere arrived. The grand auditorium was filled with flashing lights, eager fans, and the buzz of excitement. Derek stood backstage, his heart pounding. He was no longer the invisible boy. He was the star everyone had come to see. When his name was called, he stepped onto the stage, greeted by thunderous applause.
Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you.